Okay, so the difference between science and the Egyptian gods Ra, pagan gods Ra and Horus, there is no difference. They are all the same. Science, Ra, and Horus, all the same. Because when you look at the square and compass, this is what they use to measure. Here, let's just show a square. Okay, protractors, squares, compasses. Okay? This is science. This is the tools that they use to make up square and compass, star of Remphan, it's the same symbol. They're even trying to show it on the logo. Star of Remphan, Star of Remphan. They got two of them right there. One on the outside and one on the inside. Science, alright. This is about Saturn, Satan, the pagan gods, Ra, Horus. Dollar pyramid. This right here, the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Horus, whatever they want to call it, the all-seeing eye. And if you go back, it says Horus and Ra are two significant deities in the Egyptian mythology. So you say, well, that's not all science is. Science is like the medical field too. Well, where'd you get that from? Egypt. That's Kemet. That's where we're doing hybrids. It was the fallen angels and their children, the Nephilim, the giants, the vampires, the mummies, the witches, the warlocks, wizards, legion. Okay? So they were hybrid. They would make hybrids, half man, half this, half God, half that, or half angel, my bad, half human, all this other stuff. So, and how do they do it? That's what they call science. They're not making anything new. They're destroying what is and mixing it and making an abomination. Horus is primarily associated. It's like taking the future and putting it in the past. It's the same exact thing as mixing an angel with a human. How old is the angel? Exactly. That's the past. How old is the future? Exactly. The man, the child. That's the future. And you mix them together, you got an abomination. Okay? Okay, so it says Horus is primarily associated with the sky and kingship, while Ra is the sun god and represents creation and authority. They're sometimes merged as Ra, Horak, Kitty, Kadi, Rahor Kadi. See, that's what I'm saying. They merge things. They mix it. That's the science. Trust the science stuff right there. Here, just put this inside and you'll live a little longer. And that's what they're doing. Here, put this inside, you'll be a little faster. Put this inside, you'll be a little stronger. Put this inside, you'll sleep better. Put this in, put this in, put this in. Put this sin. Sin. Put this sin. Put this in you. Put this on you. Apply this. Apply that. Okay? The point is, this is the point of consciousness where you rely on things outside of you, the flesh, the physical, and try to mix it in, and you destroy life in order to extend your life or something like that. And so they say nothing comes from nothing. That's why they call it sacrifice. But in reality, it's sacrilege. Legion. Sacrilegious. Legion. That's their sacred. Sacred to them is sacrilege. Destroying something pure to extend something unpure. Or try to give the appearance of innocence or cleanliness or youth when you're actually old, wicked, and busted. Wrinkly and shit. Anyway, you use up what you got all bad, and then you take something good and then cover yourself in that to make it look like you've never done anything bad. That's crazy. Crazy work. It's just not cover yourself in it, you destroy it. That's destroying it. What did the Most High say? The Most High said, do not take new wine and put it in old wineskin. You'll ruin the new wine. Don't take the past and then mix it with the future to try to create something else. You're destroying what is pure. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing in this whole thing right here, man. Like, they're giving you this future that's based off of the past. Failures of the past. They'll be like, oh, we'll just try it again. Oh, we'll just do it. Here, what do they call it? Trial and error. A trial is a tool also. Not a trail, it's a trial. I think this might be the trial, I guess. But yeah, trial and error. That's what they use. And that's all we really are. That's they generate the conditions to perform the experiment, the conditions have to be right. The ingredients have to be right for the desired effect. Pretty much, it's all an illusion. Illusion meaning you think you're going one way, but you're going the opposite. You think you're going into the future, but they're sending you into the past. You think you're going to be good, which is going to be real bad. That's what we're talking about here. This is quite disturbing when you look at it. Like, the word Ra means to like see in one way, in what we think of when we see the Egyptian culture and they show the eye of Ra. They be like, oh, that means to see. Ra is a vision, it's sight. Okay, but then in Hebrew, that's not the case. Okay, in Hebrew, it's evil. Evil. That's Ra. The first definition of it, Ra, evil. Alright? Wickedness, bad, harmful, unpleasant. What was the whole point? See, look at the garden. This is how you got to look at the past. Why is the eye the most important part of this situation? It said the eyes are the windows to the soul. Okay? So they're telling you something more than just word salad and lip service. They're telling you the actual the tools that the enemy uses to claim your soul. Saying the eyes are the windows to the soul, well, they break in through the window. Okay? Subliminally. You looking at it, but you don't catch it. These cats are older than you can shake a stick at. So they got you. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's an old person taking advantage of the naive and trusting innocent mind. Spirit. Old wineskin, new wine. Okay? So what we're looking at is that the way that we got into this whole situation of deception. What is deception? What is perception? Perception is beyond sight. It's knowing what you're looking at. Looking at something and knowing what you're looking at is two different things. Perception, seeing it for what it truly is. Deception is pretty much to not cause alarm in order to maximize the kill chain. This deception usually leads to death. Okay? Okay. So, how do we get into this? Oh, you want to be like God, right? So what's their God? What's their God? Science only can measure protractors, trials, square and compass. They can only measure what they can see. What is see? Ra, right? Eye of Ra, eye of Horus, all seeing eye. What they can see, right? Okay, that's what they worship. They worship sight. They worship what Satan gives them, what the serpent gives them. Sight, see through his power, through his hybridness, through his window into the soul. That's the way that they can perform. That's the bottomless pit. Okay? So what you got to realize is that's how they're going to act. They have to, it's optics. That's what they call it in military terms and operations. Optics. Okay? They have to show you optics. That's why a lot of stuff that you see is not to be taken seriously, because what you have is deception. That if you react upon the way that they expect you to, then you give them the desired effect to unleash power on you and yours around you. You give them power over you. They possess you. They control you. It's neurolinguistic programming. Like I said, it's subliminal. It happens suddenly, and they shall not escape. You shall not escape. That's sudden disaster befalls because of deception. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is deception. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. They don't know what they do. That's deception. Optics. Optics. How did they get into the deception? Because of the optics. The optics made everything seem perfect. And if anybody said anything about the optics, then they were censored. And everybody was happy that that person was censored. And nobody supported that person that was censored. And everybody just goes on thinking that they're winning, thinking that, hey, we did the right thing. Hey, we're right. We're on the right side of history. We did the right thing. Hey, it's the law. Hey, this is the way it is. Hey, you guys think that you know the way. Okay? So, that's why you have the law. Okay? The law is low. Humbleness. It's a value to that. As opposed to wickedness, which is Ra. You got law, you got Ra. Okay? So you got low, you got nothing, you got not, and you got Ra. You got wickedness, bad, harmful, unpleasant. But then you have YAH, who is all good, all knowing. See, Ra blinds you. That's the point. It's the deception. It's the illusion, so that you can't see YAH. Okay? Like, that's the point of them opening up your eyes, so that you lose a sense. You gain a sense, you lose a sense. You thought you were going to be like the Most High, but now you can't even see the Most High because your eyes are open. Ra. Wickedness, evil, back at the very beginning. Who did he do it to? First, Eve. Evolution. Evil. Did it to Eve. Alright? Lucifer. Even Lucifer. Alright? So, and it's a deception. And through her being her, and Adam trusting her, she being deceived, deceives Adam. And that's the deception. That's the illusion. He only sees his wife. He does not see the serpent controlling his wife. The subliminal eyes to the windows to the soul. His eyes aren't open yet, but she's about to open his eyes. So that he can see the serpent. You see? Evil, bad, wicked, harmful, unpleasant. They had to hide themselves after that. When the Most High came through, they hid themselves. When all-knowing came through, they hid themselves. He knew it would happen before they did it. So there's no use of hiding. He knew what would happen before they did it. That is all knowing. He warned them. That is all knowing. He cared for them to tell them what would happen. And they broke that covenant and allowed a new covenant to start. A covenant with evil, bad, wicked, harmful, unpleasant. The fall of man fell down. We fell down. Evil. Eve fell. Eve fell. Evil. See, the V is the P. The V is the PH. The V is the F. Eve fell. Evil. Okay. So, Avil. A fell. The way it goes, man. Like, you gotta understand. They changed the letters upside down. They changed the letters and make new languages and words and stuff like that, signs and symbols, dates, and you don't know. Like I said, you're deep off in this illusion. You're surrounded by the Aleutians, the Atlantis. The Atlantic. You're surrounded in this amnesia. Okay? That's what this illusion truly is. It's amnesia. Because you already know, but you don't know. That's the best way to put it. That's the best way to hide it. Hide you from you. If you can't tell you from the devil, and you sure don't know what YAH look like I said, you're born in this. Born in what? Evil, bad, wicked, harmful, unpleasant, sin. Sin? Yes. I seen. You seen what? I'm born on the scene. I was born seen. I was born in sin. In sin. I was born innocent. No man is innocent. We're born in sin. Incentivized. Or else you wouldn't be born. That's even crazier. See, I just take a word and I look at the history, I look at the spirit, I look at the fruit, I look at the purpose, I look at the use, the versatility, the vernacular, the etymology, the trans-etymology, the alliteration, the onomatopoeia. I look at the radiation, look at the frequencies. I look at the common knowledge and common use. And I see how the spirit is loose. It's a loose spirit. Lucifer, false light. You lose fear to use fear. It's evil, bad, wicked, harmful, unpleasant. If that's not fear, I don't know what is. Alright? Iniquity. By comparison. How does science compare? Only by sight. The truth come by hearing. Faith come by hearing, not by sight. Faith come by hearing alone, not by sight. That is the purpose. That is the That is the war that we're in, of good and evil. Well, at least I know how to spell it. So what we're looking at is how you have Rasha, wicked, to be wicked, which is the opposite of Yasha, which is righteous. Because salvation is only for the righteous, and righteous is only for the salvation. They come hand in hand. Okay? So the thing is, and this is only by hearing alone. This is by sight alone. Walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? That way you can't be tempted. Temptation come by seeing. With faith come by hearing. This is science. That's what this is. Science. Sins. Scientists, Satanists, is deception. I hope you guys pick up on what I'm putting down. Putting down some fresh air to clear up the space so you can perceive and hear. Hear ye the words of YAH. Do not fear YAH. Do not fear Ra, what you see. Remember in the book of Genesis chapter 6, it said men's hearts failed them at the sight of the Nephilim, Ra, and Horus, the children of the fallen angels, the giants. Men's heart failed them at the sight. Specifically, the key word is sight. Like when that's like when they were in the garden, Eve and Adam, and then they had Ra happen to them. All of a sudden, When YAH come through, what happened? Oh, their hearts failed them. In heaven. And there's no place for that. Heaven don't tolerate failing hearts. No. That's it has to be removed. It's cancer. It spreads. It spreads like wildfire, wild fear. So, on that note, just letting you guys know how to observe yourselves. Not by sight, but by hearing. Listen to yourself. Listen to what comes out. And then pay attention to what happens with the sight. There's order to this. What happens in heaven first, then happens on earth. Well, happens by hearing, and then sight responds. When you rely on sight, to determine what you hear, you'll be all messed up. You got it all backwards, ass backwards, foot to mouth. Just like the dragon, just like the serpent, tail in the mouth, run around in circles, telling the same old tale out of his mouth. Nothing new. Spinning circles, spinning lies. To keep hidden, lying in order to hide what he's lying about. So yeah, I'm just getting at the heart of the matter, man. When I hit things, I like to hit at nodes, things that everybody can appeal to, things that appeal to everybody. Knowing and unknowing, at least you know a little more. Should you listen? So yeah, man, we gotta have some control. In order to control what you see, you have to control what you say. In order to control what you say, you have to keep your heart at bay, humble. Keep a humble heart. You gotta work your ears, work your mind to change what you see. People show you stuff to change your mind. No, you change your mind in order to change what you see. Do you get it? Well, I want this. Well, take a look at this. They'll upsell you. Upsell. They'll rob you. Highway robbery. Upsell. Highway. Robbery. Up. Highway. Sell. Robbery. They'll upsell you. Here, take a look at this. Take a look at that. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. I learned the ways of sales. I learned this. Fortune 500 worth. Like, they want to put it in your hand, let you feel it, get your attention, so you wait. You get that flesh, something that affects the flesh. Get it a part of you. Let it mesmerize you a little bit. Let it razzle and dazzle you a little bit. This is the science. Just trust the science. Just take this. Just try this. Just take a look at this. Tell me how you feel about that. But remember, the ultimate goal of science is for you to be unconsent, for you to give away your consent. That's the ultimate goal of science. That's why they hire robots. They don't need consent. If you see where all your taxes and money is going, it's to get rid of consent. Your consent. Get rid of sense. Huh. They don't leave a trace. They don't leave a cent. One red cent for the trail to follow their wickedness. For you to see. Lose a sense, gain a sense. Gain a sense, lose a sense. This is how they play, man. Until they have all the chips. Everybody chipped, I should say. No consent. Because when you got the chip on, you don't have any consent. We call it encrypted. Like when something's encrypted, you don't have access. Like that. Essentially, the ultimate goal is you don't have access to yourself. You can't control you. A part of controlling your environment, a part of being you is controlling your environment. Mastering your domain. Dominion. Now, to take that away is to take a bit of you. To do something unlawful, not humble, is to take something away from you. Okay? That's iniquity. It's the comparison. There's you before it and then there's you after it. You feel a little naked, a little empty, consciously. Scarred. They leave a mark. Tagged, booked. Science. Just trust it. Inoculated. What does inoculated mean? Trained. Whipped. Bent. Butt broken. No lie. That's what this is. It's not Enoch. No, it's inoculated. It's the difference. That's like even Lucifer. Evil. What you want to call that? Enlil? Inoculated? Enlil? Enlil? Enol. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, you never know. The only people creating new words to put in your mouth, new phrases, it ain't nothing new. They just taking something old, putting it in your face. Essentially, you're gonna, like I said, man, you're already speaking other languages and you think you're only speaking your language. But every day they install more and more of these old languages, old signs, old symbols, and you become more and more inoculated, trained, dedicated, lockstepped, possessed. So that's how the serpent moves. Every time you breathe, constricts you more and more until you have less and less of your breath, and he has more and more of your life. And I'll end it on that. Because YAH is the only way. That's the salvation of Yah. YAH. Like I said, man, the most subtle creature ever created under heaven. Ra is very close, subtle difference from YAH. It even takes me a little bit of conscious effort to not say YAH when I'm trying to pronounce Ra. Like it's like that. Look at how the Koreans, they can't do the L and the R. Like color instead of color. But, you know, I feel like that's how I almost pronounce Yah and Ra. I mix it up to where I can't even pronounce. Like, that's how it becomes. To where it just removes Yah from your vocabulary and everything's Ra. Pirated. R. Yeah, man. Like I said, Yashaya is the only way, man. Yashaya. He's omnipotent. And you just gotta follow in his ways, and you'll have more access to you, who you are. That was his way, was to be the manual, the guide, the rule book. When you open up a video game and they have the little manual, instruction manual, to teach you how to play. With a lot of children, they just wing it and they just go in. Some people who take the time to read, get a little further, have a little more patience, understand the objectives, understand things a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's like those movies when they be like, how does this work? How does that work? Well, didn't you read the manual? No, I never touched it. Like, I've been using this thing for years. Well, in the manual, it says it right there on the front page. This is the first thing that you need. Oh, see? Oh, I never knew that was there. Oh, that's how it works. What was Yashaya's name when he was first born? Emmanuel. Oh. The father wanted to name him, I shouldn't say the father, Joseph, Yosef, like Yasha, wanted to name him Emmanuel. So it was not a parable. It was just to let you know right there how it is. Boom. This is the manual. But no. Yah's like, no. We're going to let the weeds grow up with the tares on this one. So we're going to have to put them with my name, 100%. So they can see how it's done. You know what I mean? Because that name, Yashaya, it's so much more than just a word. There's power in that name. That's what I try to tell you guys. There's double power. There's power in the spiritual and power on the earth in that name. All power in that name. I'm trying to tell you guys, man. But like I said, man, don't let them guys slight you. What old boy say? He say, dodge the hijack. Don't fall for Rasha. Oh, Ra. They be worshiping Ra left and right out there. Our brothers and sisters out there. Ra. You got the signs and symbols all over them. They don't know. That's the thing about it is you get rewarded for wickedness. You get rewards for wickedness. They reward you. Yeah, man, they reward you. They reward the stupidity. They reward the sacrifices that you make to Ra, to Satan, to Remfan, to science. Trust the science. Sacrifice yourself to science. Like a little red heifer. Sheep to the slaughter. So yeah, man. It's that's why the word for right is Yashar, and that goes with the name Yashaya and Hayashar Haya, which is the Father's name, and that's His Spirit and His Son and His Word. That's everything in it. That's the Torah. Everything is in there, right? But then you have in English, you have for the word righteous, you already have the word right. Right, right. Yeah, you hear? It's not Yah, Shar. It's not yes, sir. Yeah, see? See, yes sir means right, but that's a humble way of saying Yashar, of saying the Most High's name. That's a left-handed way of saying it. We don't say Yashar. We don't say Ashar. We say right, Ra, white, Ra. That's what we say. Like I said, man, you're getting slight. It's like blanc and black. Blanc and black. That's black and white. Well, in English you would say that. That's the French way of saying white is blanc, but the French way of saying black is noir, 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 noir. But yeah, no ear. That's like no ears. Like, oh, you can't hear. But anyway, hard-headed. And then, like I said, in English we say black as black, which sounds like blanc, which is white. That's crazy. Which is right. But whenever when it truly comes to the color of the skin, it's either gonna start with an M or an N. Let's just say that. That's the way that they consistently have done it. Let's say that from Nikes to niggas, okay, to noir. That's nothing new under the sun. They'll put that M on you like a moron. Anyway. Okay, guys. At the end of the day, man, like I said, you want to be on the Yashar, you want to Meshar. That's what we do. We measure. Meshar. Meshar is right. Meshar is good. It's the same thing as Yashar, but on the human side. Because no man is Yashar. We Meshar what is Yashar. We measure what is Yashar. Ain't no word to replace Yashar. We out here saying it left and right. Oh, we're over saying, oh, that's good. Oh, that's right. Oh, yes, sir. No, it's Yashar. Did you make sure? Yes, I measure. I Meshar. That's why you have Moshe from Yasha. Yashaya. Moshe from Yashaya. You know, you say Messiah, Maaseiah. Come on now. Like I said, that's Yah working through man, Meshar. That's Yashar working through the Meshar back to Yashar. Right hand wash the left hand. And when the left hand's washed and clean, then he can wash with the right. Then he can serve the right. The Yashar, my bad. It's Yaman and Yemen. It's left hand, right hand. Ain't no right. It's Yashar. Try to tell you guys, man. Like I said, easy enough for a baby to say. A baby ain't gonna come out and say right. They're gonna be saying Yashar and Ashar, Mashar. They can be saying that. But anyway, man, like I said, heaven is for those that are like children, for the babies. You got to be on that same wavelength, that same tongue. Your tongue is the center of the wavelength. It's the epicenter. You got to control that. Control the vibes coming out of that. Don't let nobody inflate your tongue to where you can't be at ease and relaxed and just yourself. You know what I mean? Got you all shredding your tongue up on your teeth and hanging up out your mouth, loose, with no fear. Crazy, man. Crazy. Hanging all out like a dog, like an animal, tongue hanging all out. That's the way they get us, man. It's the way they reward stupidity. They reward stupidity. They will make shirts, they will make posters, they will make challenges, and they will reward you, because there's going to be competition for the reward, and the competition is worship. You're rewarded for the worship of wickedness, what you see around you, worshiping what you see, worshiping what somebody shows you, instead of helping out the spirit, worshiping the spirit of the truth, letting it go through, seeing it affect, and then reward who receives the truth. Instead of doing it like that, no. You're out there trying to win a reward doing wickedness. Like I said, man, it's ass backwards. Ass backwards. You're supposed to be the one giving rewards. When you give a reward, you can receive a bigger reward. You get rewarded for giving rewards in the spiritual. That's the way that works. It's just, you just don't. They punish you for doing that in the physical, so that it would persuade you or coerce you to no longer do that. And by example, it puts fear in others and shames you and makes a mockery of the truth at the end of the day. So that's why we say what we say. We say day, 7 days a week, that's Zeus. You know, Deuce, Dios, Jesus, Jesus, it's all Zeus, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. Like I said, it's just stuff that's just right in our language, and we're basing everything off of it and don't understand. You know? You don't understand. People are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You're like worshiping idols, letting it come out of our mouths, judged for careless words that we speak. And I'm just here to warn you. I'm just here to care for you. I'm just here to know for you. Because it's for you. Because for you, it's for me, remember? Yashar, the Meshar, the Yashar. Alright? So, I know that you get it when I get healed. You know? That's my reward. That's what I look for. When the spirit goes out, I look within to see what has returned. I listen within. I don't look outside. Because I'm expecting spiritual rewards. Something happens on the outside good, and that's a surprise. I'm not looking out there. Because I'm only looking out there for survivors. Yashaya. I'm only looking out there for grace. John. Yakanan. Enoch. I'm looking out there for those that need help. Those that are seeking the truth. It's the only reason I look out there. Other than that, I'm not interested. Really not. It's so disappointing. So disappointing. People, like, I understand, like, the psychology of society and how to walk through society and make society, I can affect society just by walking through it. Let's just say that. I could affect any scene just by walking through it. And with charisma, with character. It's just how you walk. Walk with authority. I can affect any scene. But I choose not to do these things. I choose not to pay attention. I choose not to participate in these things and give my energy to these programs and things, these optics, this scene, the sin, the science. It plus you is an ingredient. You are a part of the ingredients. Maximizing the kill chain. When you go in, you entice 10 more people to follow you, 7 more people to come in after you. That's the way it is. You give it new life. And yours is gone. Eats you up, swallows you. But it can only be, what is lost can only be found with YAH. Alright? And you're hearing this by grace. You're hearing this by the grace of YAH. That's how you're hearing this. There's no other way to explain that. I know what my name means. So yeah, you're hearing this by the grace of YAH. I'm not the salvation of YAH. I am the grace of YAH. It's difference. Big difference. The grace of YAH is the harbinger of the salvation of YAH. That's why I alert you about the salvation of YAH. And by his words, I also warn you of counterfeits so you would know the difference. Alright? So that you know that the optics and the illusion of happiness and living the dream is just that. It's an illusion. And time is a ticking, and it's about to be up, guys. It's about to be up. The more things, they say, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Well, like I said, the more you breathe out, the tighter the serpent coils in around your capillaries until you burst. And burst happens suddenly. Like DS died suddenly. Bursting capillaries happens suddenly. It's just like piezo. Like piezo, pie, pop, Popeye. Pop your eyes out your head. Panda. That's how the serpent did it. Hey, you want to see Popeye? Look at that. Who got panda eyes most nowadays? The children. Wow. Come on now. Like I said, like taking candy from a baby. The serpent is a lion on the prowl looking for any man to devour. The adversary is a lion on the prowl looking for any man to devour. Whether you're a grown man, whether you're a little baby man, whether you're a man in the womb, it don't matter. You're man. You're Enosh. You're Nefesh. You're a soul. Your energy, your spirit, your life. You got some truth. You got the juice. And you looking like a snack. And that's why he comes out, because he can see you. He can see you. He'll play around with what you're saying until you say something that means something. And then he ain't gonna start playing. He ain't gonna be playing with you after that. Then you become a targeted individual for real. You become a mark with a bunch of network, like spider webs, always falling on your face. A web of deceit. Swiping at webs and get hit, knocked off your feet, straight in the street. Yep, that's how it works. Suddenly, pop. That's the way it is, man. Society is that way. You just don't even see it. You only see it on a minute scale, minuscule, particular, particle. When they say particle collider, atom smasher, you see it on a particle scale. They advertise it to you on that. But when you talk about it on a cataclysmic scale, on an epic geographical, geological scale, then they start shutting you up. So, you know, you point to the devil in a person and they'll laugh at you, but you point to the devil on the earth, then they're gonna censor your butt. And mass censorship is the precursor to mass genocide. Once they don't want to hear you no more, they definitely don't want to see you no more. And they don't want nobody else to see you anymore either, or hear you. And obviously you need to breathe, but hey, it's the best way to stop hearing you is to cut off your breath. So yeah, man, I'm gonna end it on that. Like I said, to the Rabbi Hayashar Haya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, to the Rabbi Shai Kadesh Kadash Kadosh, to the Rabbi Hebruah Kakma Aseh Kadosh Kadash Kadesh. Anami Amen.